Bright suns and rising moons, fellow droids. Welcome back to Not the Droids podcast. I'm Danny.
And I'm Mayuri, and today we are going to be talking about The Mandalorian and Grogu. The movie just came out a week and a half ago.
About on May 22nd. Before we dive into it, we will be making a few changes, so we want to address them. Life kind of happened, so we did not make it through all of Mandalorian. We have released all of Mandalorian season one. Rather than continuing, we're going to do the movie today. And then we're going back to Clone Wars and we will do the rest of Mandalorian in chronological order. Just because life happened and it was out of our control.
And to be honest, having seen The Mandalorian and Grogu, I actually think that's the better play with the movie
Hmm.
because a lot of what happened in the show is kind of like unseen and unsaid in the movie to the point where if you didn't watch the show, I think you could still enjoy the movie.
I think so too. And one of the things that like they said is because they were like, well, why wasn't Ahsoka in it or anything? And they said like they wanted to make the movie not bound by the Disney Plus timeline.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so there's not like you're not seeing you didn't get any like the cameos. But as long as you've seen like the first season, this movie could, minus the fact that Grogu has definitely aged. Like he is
Yeah, like
growing in
what
his
Grogu
knowledge.
can do is definitely because of development from the seasons. But like, I actually was watching a thing that said that one of the tasks that they wanted with this movie was to like engage newer viewers, possibly because they wanted people to be able to just walk in off the street and watch it, enjoy it, and then
Hmm.
maybe get more context later, but still be able to understand what was going on. So, like excessive cameos, like more timeline. Because, like, we ended season 3 with a lot more information than I feel like we started the movie with.
Yeah, and we are getting another season of Mando. So we have
So,
that
like,
coming.
all of that stuff will get wrapped up.
Yeah, and to my greatest disappointment, Ahsoka has been pushed to 2027.
Do you think it's going to happen? Ahsoka is coming before the next season of Mandalorian.
Yes. Because Ahsoka's already like in filming and shooting. They might even be done filming at this point, whereas Mando season four is not there yet. And I think it's just like production delays that have forced it to go into 2027, even though we were supposed to have it like end of the summer this year, which is okay, which means I am believing for some Ahsoka presence at D23.
I think we'll definitely have some,
So, and then,
especially you.
shh, no one knows yet. So update from the last time we recorded, we officially have Star Wars Celebration tickets. The last
Oh
time we
God,
recorded, it was the day before we were getting tickets.
it was so stressful,
Just
but luckily we got tickets. I do feel bad. I know a lot of creators and just people who wanted to go didn't get tickets
it's
because of
very hard.
the way they
And
decided
well, and we also
to set the
had
limits
moments where we didn't think we would get them, and then we just got stupid, lucky
with where we were in the queue. I was
that
like,
we were able
honestly,
to still get them.
I have had terrible luck in queues up until then where I was like, honestly, I didn't get the 4 day ticket, but I was still able to get like
We have
single
single
day
day
tickets.
tickets. Yeah.
Um, and that I will take it every day of the week.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so we'll be at Star Wars Celebration.
We'll be
We'll
at
be at D23.
D23. Um,
And I think I have created a new obsession with Lorcana since we really recorded. So
I'm so excited for it.
we're really immersed in the
We
Disney side
also,
of
oh, I
life.
should, um, one man in it. We got something in, we were just in London and Paris, and we got something that the US does not have as good of. If people have not seen, tons of places are doing Mandalorian exclusives. In the US, Burger King will give you color-changing plastic cups.
Yes.
In London, they're metal.
I was like, oh wait, you have two, and I realized one of them was
What was yours? Because, no
I couldn't
offense,
keep.
I could not eat that meal again.
It was okay. Listen, I had the Burger King meal. I did not hate the pickle part of it, because I like pickles.
I
But the
don't.
pickles on the fries, like I couldn't eat all of them. It was just too much. And then I did get the mint McFlurry and I couldn't do it. I couldn't
Well,
do
it
it.
wasn't a McFlurry because it was Burger King, but
Oh, it was, oh yeah, it was a sundae. My bad. Not a McFlurry. It was a sundae with mint syrup on it. And I unfortunately tasted the mint syrup before trying a spoonful of it.
yeah.
And I or didn't like it. And I'm someone who loves mint. I love mint. I love black licorice. Like I was ready for anything it tasted like, but it was just strong. Um, but the way that Burger King was decorated was so fun.
Yes, we're gonna
It was
post
like
some photos.
very immersive.
Yes, but so this one has, I don't have any cold drinks in here to like make it change. But
It's
this
cool
has
because like it
Mando
changes based off of the
and
character.
Grogu's there. I was really hoping to get the blue one, but they were truly a mystery until you open them. I also have video of the color changing effects, so there's going to be a lot of videos coming out just because we were out
I
of the
just like
country
wonder about the decision to not have the metal cups in the US.
because they're cheap. And then my only other item from our unofficial sponsor, because if you have seen any podcast that I have been on, I usually have an Awala water bottle. And we have upgraded to the Millennium Falcon. I really like it
It's
because
a
it has
good
a
one.
lot. It's the bigger handle, and it fits in cup holders as the bigger size. That's like my favorite part because my other one, which was a NASA one, is too big to fit.
Yeah, every time I drive in my car, I just like throw it into the passenger seat and I'm like, I'm sure it will be fine.
That's what I usually do unless I have a passenger and then I'm like, I don't know where to put it, but I want my water near me.
Oh, I just give my water to the passenger and I was like, can you hold this? However you want to hold it.
So there's also a
Um,
Grogu one, but Awala was
I
very
think I
nice.
want
The Millennium Falcon.
I think I want the Grogu one. I'll have to see if I can find one. But yes, so overall thoughts on the movie, I absolutely had a great time in the theater. Like honestly and
So we
truly.
also both saw it early.
Yes. So I went to a screening of the film the Monday before it came out. So
All
two
right.
weeks ago now.
Yeah, so it's been a while since we have been able to see it because we have not had a second screening because we were out of the country.
Yes.
But I went to the D23 event.
I am jealous about your ears. I don't have them on me. I think I have them in the other room. But like Olivia and Jade or whatever, the nail company was sponsoring the screening.
Olive and June.
Olive in June. There we go. Um, and I got a bunch of Grogu nail stickers. That's cute.
So I did the D23 event in Orlando. I might just wear these the rest of the time.
Go
They're actually
for
really
it.
comfortable.
So I promised to give my nail stickers to my niece, whose friend is obsessed with Grogu. So she's gonna give it to her friend.
I actually really love the Olive and June collection from Mando.
Oh, do you want the nail stickers?
I don't want the nail stickers, but like
Okay.
the nail polish
Oh, the
colors are
colors are
really
cute.
good.
Yeah, it was really funny that it was just like the screenings were sponsored by the nail company. But I am quite privileged to live in Boston so that I have access to those screenings. It
I'm not
was
gonna
really funny
drive.
because I was so jealous of Danny being able to see it on Wednesday that the day that I got the email, like I screamed and then I sent it to Danny and I was like, LOL, we'll see it before you.
So yeah, so I saw it on Wednesday. So I had to drive to Orlando. And then the next day I had to drive back to Orlando to catch an airplane. But it was a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
fun
a
because
lot.
like with D23 and especially it being at Disney Springs, everyone there is like really a fan.
Yeah.
Uh,
I find that when you go to screenings, either D23 or otherwise, like the people who are actually making the effort to go
want to be
are
there.
more excited to see it.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know if we talked about it, but I actually went to the sneak peek like
I
a month
did.
ago. So I had already seen the first 30 minutes of the movie. And so it was really funny because like I remember watching it then and getting vertigo, and then I watched it in theaters and knew it was coming and got vertigo again.
It definitely
Um,
started out very Top Gun.
I don't watch those movies, but I know what you're talking about. I loved the beginning of the movie. I feel like it set the tone for what the movie actually was.
Yes.
Like it was very much a like, hey, this guy fights. This guy is like has a little sidekick who's really little. I can't with the little mouse droid and Grogu moment at the beginning. Because like compared to Grogu, the mouse droid looks huge.
It does. And I love Grogu, but watching him destroy a little mouse droid, I was like, oh, poor little mouse
I
droid.
don't think he intended to destroy it though. Like that's the funny part. Like
Yeah.
I think in his head he was like, please stop. And then he's like, what do I what do I do now? And so he just like let it go. And because it's so teeny tiny, by the time it hit the floor, it was just like fell apart. Um, but I did think it was cool that we got to be on a walker, like a AT, I don't know what it's exactly called, like a ATLT or something. Like the walkers. I just the way they filmed the walker scenes just threw me because like they went and they were like at the cliff and the camera angle just like panned and I was like I'm going to have a problem right now. Like I am getting vertigo from this shot. And it happened, like I said, I knew it was happening the second time and I still had a problem.
It was hard
I
because
just
like I
think,
have no notes because I was like watching the movie.
yeah, I just like, I feel like they did like a really fun thing with the camera to
Yes.
like really like be in the action. But like an unfortunate side effect was that it was just like,
Too much.
it felt a lot like one of those like 3D rides at Universal where you were just like
Oh,
all
like
over.
almost like the like in Disney it'd be like Avatar where like it's the screen and you're just like
Yes, it's like I felt like my whole body was looking over that cliff and about to die. And then also like watching it run down the side of the cliff was so chaotic. I
yeah.
was just like it like had the feeling of like when you're going down a ramp and you cannot walk at a normal pace, you feel like you have to run because
Yeah.
like the ramp is so steep. It just felt like the walker was doing that. And so the whole scene, I was waiting for it to like crash to the side instead of doing what they needed it to do.
Yes. I in general loved it. I had so much fun watching it. We had a lot of Easter eggs.
Yeah.
We also have learned like where Mando is. He's not like truly a bounty hunter anymore. He's a bounty hunter, but he's not.
Well, it feels like he's like right now with where he is he's technically bounty hunting, but for very specific people. So
Mhm.
for the New Republic,
It's
right?
less
Like
for himself.
yeah, it's more just to like he still gets paid, right? That's why he gets the new Razor Crest and everything.
Yes.
Um, he still gets paid, but it's very much like instead of just hunting down whoever, wherever the guild sent him, it's like very intentional. Like you're hunting down people for that are active members of the Empire.
Yes. There is one thing that disappointed me about this movie.
What?
We did not see the PDX droids enough. I was
They
so
were like
excited, and
very
then they were just in
blurry in
the
the
background,
background.
and I was
I
just like,
did think that when I saw like the outline of them behind them, and I was like, oh, look, it's the
I
PX.
was so bummed because I was so excited to see the VDX droids, and then they were just like hanging out in the background, and they just walked by type of thing, and they weren't even close. I was like, oh, I wanted to see more of them.
Yeah, they were cute. I don't know. It was really funny too. So like throughout the course of the movie, like you get different characters. And when we went to Nal, is it called Nal Hutta? Um, I think so. The planet where the huts are
Mhm.
from. So Nal Hutta, and you see all these like cannibalized battle droids mixed with other droids.
Yes.
And I was like, guys, these battle droids don't have any personality. What? What? It's my favorite droid right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of cool to see like how after all the like Clone Wars, after the Empire, how like even like all of those droids are still kicking around as parts, right? Like, um, I don't know, it was interesting. I
We
did not
had
expect.
we had some new characters that we hadn't and now part of it is we have not interacted with some because we're not there yet.
Yes, I think that's why. So like Zeb, the pilot, I know is from Rebels, but I haven't seen
We just haven't gotten to
anything.
him yet. I do want
Um,
to bring up one of the main people that we interact with this movie is Rada,
I was like, we have seen Rada the Hutt
but
before.
his name was Stinky because that's what Ahsoka named him
Yeah,
in
I was like,
Clone
I saw that in like a thing, and they're like, no, that's Rada. That Rada the Hutt is stinky, and you were like, look, it's all grown up. And
so
I would
good.
like to think that them, even if he might not remember it, but like their influence on him also helped him form his like morals on wanting to be different than
Yes,
the rest of
he's
the
also like,
Hutts.
and it's sad because it's where you also realize when you realize it's him, you're like, he has been used as a tool his entire life. And it's sad.
Yeah.
And he was so cute playing with Grogu.
He just wanted a family. It was so
He did.
adorable.
But yes, we saw
Um,
him in the 2008 film Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
yeah, he was from the movie, right?
He's from the
Uh,
animated movie.
yeah, it was fun. I kind of did I didn't know that until after I watched it. And I was like, oh, that's such like a funny callback to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie was a lot of callbacks to other pieces of Star Wars. So like this is where I'm like, it was definitely something that someone off the street that didn't really know about Star Wars could enjoy. Because there was not a lightsaber in the entire movie.
No. But that is not what the
Um,
movie's about, so
exactly.
I think I'd be more
Um,
surprised had I seen a lightsaber.
well, I was just like not sure what they were gonna do with the cameos, and I kind of like that there were no cameos really, like from other, like obviously Rada, but like from major Star Wars.
We had a major cameo, and the theater applauded each time he was seen.
Oh yes, our cowboy.
Dave Filoni, multiple times.
My theater, I think the first time he showed up on screen in the like
Like the cantina
the
type. It
base
was like the Rebel
cantina,
Band. Yeah.
we just all started laughing hysterically because again, it was a screening, so generally everybody who was going to there,
Everyone was cheering the moment it happened and when it came back on screen. And I then
yeah.
had to, because I took my mom with me and I had to explain to her what the reaction was
And
for.
it's just like it's one of those things. It's like, guys, that's the guy, and he's still wearing that weird hat that he does. But it is just like a funny thing because you're like he's essentially now like the Stan Lee of Star Wars. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna be written in. It was a good like but that's not like a very serious like Star Warsy cameo, right?
No, I mean,
Um,
I'm like it's as Star Wars as Star Wars gets right
so
now, but
I actually saw a thing that said a lot of the like pilots and New Republic people milling around the base
mhm.
are all like either actors or like directors from the Mandalorian series, like the ones sitting around the table.
They have like a habit of doing things like that. Like there's so I believe it's like what's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt is an
Mhm.
alien in a random Star Wars movie where they will hide like celebrities that are just Star Wars fans as aliens throughout the movies with like and they don't care that they're not going to be credited. They just want to be
They
there.
just want to be in it, right?
Yeah.
Because there was so he gets his new card, he goes to Nal Hutta, and then he ends up on this moon looking for Rada the Hutt. Great. I was so distracted, I feel like, by the fact that I could tell that Martin Scorsese was the voice of one of the aliens.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I know that guy. And I was like, I feel like that's one of those things where it's just like he just wanted to be in it, right? Who did he play?
Yes, we had quite a few. I did pull up some of the cameos that we did have. So
Oh,
number this is there's 8 of them on this list. Anthony Daniels, who we know as C3PO,
mm-hmm.
did, did not reprise as 3PO, but he was the Adelphi base as one of the air traffic control droids.
Oh, that's fun.
His voice was there. I believe he holds the record for like most Star Wars movies.
Oh, because he's
Like,
the
I
voice
think he's
actor.
actually like with him doing this cameo, he has actually been in every like Star Wars movie out there, I believe. Something like that. I saw an article recently. Dave Filoni, we already discussed. Um, Deborah Chow.
She's one of the directors from The Mandalorian.
A lot of the directors from Mando have been in it. Let's see. She has a small um, she's also a pilot, so she has reprised her role as pilot Sash Ketter. So she's not only a director, but she has this random little role as this pilot. Oh, I'm gonna kill this name. Rick Famuyiwa. Uh, his character Jib Dodger is seen chatting it up with other New Republican pilots. It's the 4th time he has betrayed the character, following 1 episode in season 1 and 2 in season 3. Also director.
Yeah.
Lee
I
Isaac
think
Chung, another director.
I think
Uh,
the directors from Mando like really
he's
have done
also
a
one of the directors
cameo.
from Skeleton Crew.
Oh, we love a skeleton crew.
And then Doug Chang, who I saw his panel at Star Wars Celebration Japan. And then Carson Teva, one of the biggest reactions you see is the on-screen cameo. Um, he's flying the X-Wing. You know who he is if you've seen him.
Yeah. Oh, he's Mr. Kim from Kim's Convenience, isn't he? Hold on. Let me make sure. Because I know he plays a pilot, the one with the white beard,
Yes.
the Asian one.
It's Paul Soon Hyung Lee.
Yes. He got a pretty big reaction.
He got a huge reaction, like probably like the best reaction.
Well, because like we rewatched Mando and he was in season one of
Yeah.
Mando
And
too.
this is his
Like,
first Star Wars movie. He's also in Ahsoka.
yeah, because I think I want to say that that first season of Mando was his first time in Star Wars. He played the pilot that let Mando go.
Hmm.
I'm looking his credits?
So a big one, which people may have
Yeah.
missed, is Sam Witwer.
Was he in there?
So the actor known for his passion for the knowledge about the franchise as well as excellent voice work is involved in just the part of his role in this movie comes as the voice of a snowtrooper on Hoth early in the film, but with
Why
him
you don't.
credited for additional voices, more roles may be sprinkled throughout.
He
So
must be a lot of the background characters that are like
they snuck
distorted.
him in there. I really wish we would have had a Bryce Dallas Howard cameo.
I know, I was gonna say if they had all the directors, like
I would have
it would
loved to
have been
have her. She
great.
is also the reason that they started interacting with Grogu as essentially an actor and not a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when she first directed, she like talked to him like he was another actor, and since then that's what they have done as Grogu. So they've talked directly to Grogu and not the like puppeteers or the Imagineers, which I
Oh, that's
love.
interesting.
I love
That's
that.
funny. I do love like finding out. So I sent you this earlier. I did not realize that Shirley Henderson voiced the Enzellans.
It's so funny because that's been going everywhere, and I have known this for years. Like since we met Baba Freak, I have known this. And
I
I'm like,
didn't
wait,
even
people
know
didn't
that.
know?
No, no.
Yes. So she is all of them. She's Moaning Myrtle, and she is the
She's a
episode of
lot of
Doctor Who we
things.
all want to forget about.
Yes. Yeah. She she's in a lot of things I didn't realize because I know her from Bridget Jones actually.
Mhm.
Like honestly and truly, but I didn't realize she did so much voice work, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
But our favorite in influencer, Emily, the one who does the Draco Malfoy things, but she's like getting away from it. She posted a video of like her new vocal stems, and it's all of the Anzellan lines. It's like bad baby.
Uh,
But they had some great, honestly, the Anzellans from start to finish were so funny in this movie.
so
So
good.
funny. Emily Wallbank, that is her name.
Oh, it's in
So she
her
goes by M
M.
Wallbank. So that's where she like online she goes by M, but her name is Emily. But like she's been making some great content, separating herself a little bit from Harry Potter. But like the video she posted, like this close to her face of like the Gen Z angle of her forehead, I swear to God. And she's just like ripping and selling lines. And
Mhm.
I was just like in stitches because I was like, also, she gets like the weird tone of them
Oh
perfect.
yeah.
And I was like, honestly, girl, you should apply to do voice work. She would be so good at it.
Watching the scene where they're in their little shuttle and they're running trying to get out there and they go. Amanda's just like, I'm not saved.
So excited that he saved. And then it's like a ship that's like legitimately this size. It's like the size of a book.
Not saved. That and then I don't know if you've seen it. Someone with Lego recreated this scene where Grogu's using the Force with Mando and trying to get him in the cave.
This is where I say like I love this movie because like I understand where people had like these great expectations that it was gonna like further the Star Wars universe and like the
No, this was
lore.
just a fun
And I was just
movie.
like, I actually think it was very perfectly timed because like Grogu and Mando are like such an iconic duo. And it's so not serious at times. Like it's very
Yeah.
like
But
there
it
are
also
very
like
high stakes, but
it also sets the tone for Grogu's growth, which I think
yeah.
will set up season 4 is that we're learning so much. He has learned to do things on his own.
And I
And
actually
here I
really
am.
loved that whole sequence of just Grogu. right? Like
We had some like
the
little
Yoda,
like mirrored images of him and Yoda. We saw like the walking stick and him
the
doing like
hut, like he made the little hut, and it's just like funny because
sitting
like,
on the tree.
but that's what I mean is it's just like I think people forget like this is not just the Mandalorian, which is what the show is. This was the Mandalorian and Grogu, and I think like we didn't see growth in the Mandalorian character in this movie. We saw growth in Grogu, right?
I will also say it is officially canon that the popcorn you can get in Batu
It's blue.
is officially part of Star Wars.
I honestly, the scenes where Grogu is like eating the popcorn is so
The
cute.
whole movie, Grogu eating.
Everything.
I love
But
when
that's
they were in the booth and he was like giving him money. He's like, I didn't give you any information. He's like, oh no, that's for his tab.
But that's right. It's just like it was so funny and like, unexpected. Like I didn't expect it to have that many zingers. And like to be honest, like the whole Rada storyline, like we saw a bit of it in the commercials, and I didn't expect it to be what it was. Right?
I didn't expect it to be what it was. I expected them to have to like fight each other because it took me back to Marvel with the Hulk and Thor. And that's like as
Yeah.
soon as like I realized that he was like a fighter, I was like, "Oh, we're having a Thor and Hulk." That's what it reminded me of when they put.
So I will say I saw a recap of it. Shout out to Charlie. Emergency Awesome's my favorite if you're ever looking for like actual deep dives. But he called back to that scene where it's Rada and Mando fighting the final fight. And
Mhm.
he was just like, it is like that board game from that really crazy movie you made me watch, the Star Wars special, where it's like the one character fighting all the other characters. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Like, honestly, like that, even like a callback like that, like it kind of, that kind of like genius callbacks where it's like only those are deep cuts that
Yeah.
like if you've known Star Wars for a long time, like I honestly have blacked out that movie. It was so crazy. And and honestly that chess thing that they're referencing, I didn't understand the point of it. And now I'm like, well, now having seen a live action version of it, there
You're
is
gonna
no
rewatch
point
the
of
Christmas
it.
special?
I'm not gonna rewatch the Christmas special. Like honestly and truly, we'll never
Or I
rewatch
guess
that
it's the
thing now.
holiday special, but
Oh my god, it's the holiday special. It was so weird. I will like dial it. It was
I
so
really,
weird.
it's so hard because like we saw this early and then we literally flew out. And so I haven't had time to go do like my second watch.
Yeah, I still need to go and watch it again.
Like I don't like
Um,
so I'm only going off of like my first interactions of this movie and like clips I've seen online because usually when we would do a podcast we would have seen it like
Seen it multiple times. Yeah.
yes. And like we didn't take notes because it was the first showing. So
That's
I'm
where it's like the
excited.
beginning 30 minutes, I feel like I know it very well because
Yeah.
I watched it twice.
I am
Um,
excited to like go see it again, knowing what I know and being more like in it, whereas the first time I'm just like trying to enjoy it and watch it for what it is because I never want to be too critical when I see like a first showing because I want to like
yeah,
enjoy it and I want to be locked in.
I would say I keep saying it was very enjoyable. And that's where I'm like, if you're looking for like a really like serious, deep movie about Star Wars
This isn't
lore,
it.
this is not that movie. This is like, you know how like we say our like channel is like fun, feel good vibes and like trying to enjoy Star Wars for what it is at face value.
Yeah.
That's what this movie is. And that's where it's funny because I've seen a bunch of TikToks reacting to this movie. And I saw one that was just like, I have never seen anything Star Wars in my life. What is happening? that daddy be bringing that baby to every fight, every fight. Like, what are you doing? And I was just like, and that made that creator want to go watch The Mandalorian. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the general purpose of this movie is to like remember how like fun Star Wars is.
Well, and it's also like due to the time period we are in, I just want to go see something fun.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want to see a
anything.
political drama.
I
We
don't want
already,
any like a lot of Star Wars is like political drama. I didn't want anything too deep. I want to just
well,
like
so like,
enjoy the movie
Andor,
theater. I want to enjoy eating my popcorn.
yes. So that's where it's just like if you're looking for like a hard and fast, like if you're thinking about lore and critical and against other Star Wars films, I kind of agree with the assessment that this movie is very much living in the 7 out of 10 area, where it's like it's a fun time, but it's not like a hard time. Um, but if you're looking for just vibes, like for me, this movie vibe wise, 10 out of 10.
This is
I
one
was,
that like once it's released will probably play regularly on the
yeah,
television. Like I will have
it's
it on
just
in the
good to keep.
background. I will enjoy it. It makes me excited for season four.
Yes. So
Um,
like this is where I'm like with the growth that Grogu went through and
yes,
also like Mando being able to rely on Grogu and also like there's the whole thing that the entire Hutt Empire has just
collapsed. It's gone.
like Rada the Hutt's the last Hutt and he's decided to join the New Republic. So it's like what does that
I
do in
don't believe
terms of
I don't believe he's the last Hut. He's
well, okay.
the
So
last
of
Hut
the
in charge.
gangster Hutts
Yeah.
of the like crime and criminal huts.
Yes.
Um, but that's where I'm like I'm interested to see like how they weave that into the next season of Mandalorian,
And is he gonna make an appearance in Ahsoka?
right? Because like I know I haven't seen Ahsoka and I've only seen Mandalorian, but I know the blue man
Zeb.
Thrawn,
Oh,
not
Thrawn.
Zeb.
Yeah.
Thrawn, like one of the Empire
Yeah.
generals, Emperor, whatever they call themselves. And so I'm just like, there's a whole storyline there that we kind of started in Mandalorian season 3. We didn't touch on in season 4. Because, like, the only complaints I've heard about this is that it's like, it just seems like a long episode of Mandalorian. And I was just kind of like, that's what it is.
It really is.
Like, what
That
did you think it was going
that
to be?
no offense, but that is what a movie is. It's a long episode.
It was just like a very long episodic adventure.
But I like appreciated that it is not part of like the timeline of
Yes.
because sometimes
I
when
feel
that
like,
happens, it becomes too much because you're like, oh, I have to catch up on everything and watch these movies inside of these.
yeah.
And this one, you're
Well,
like, you don't have to watch this one to keep in line with the timelines.
yeah, you don't have to do it's literally just happened. Like it's a throwaway line, like, oh, that time that the New Republic blew up the huts. But
Remember when Mando got poisoned and Grogu had to save him?
no, because the only people who know that are the Mandalorian and Grogu. The New Republic doesn't know that.
Remember when the Huts all saw Mando's face
No, because they're not allowed.
and they realized that he did in fact follow through?
That was a good threat though. That was like the fight scenes in this movie to me were epic. The first fight scene when he like throws down that flamethrower and like walks through, I was like, yes, because
And like
that is
you're like,
why
all the fight scenes were great. I'm like, remember the scene where Grogu was running through the plumbing?
big pipe, huh?
He had his little armor on. I need to talk to my friend because my Grogu needs armor now.
Make one.
And want to get one. That's why I have friends that 3D print things to make Grogu armor.
But that's why I was just like, honestly, like nothing got too serious. Even the like very heavy parts weren't like where he got captured and you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But at the same time as him being captured and like, ha ha ha, we're gonna get you, is like Grogu and then Zellans like flying in their little spacecraft.
Oh, it was a
Time
great movie.
watching this movie and even the end of it where it's just like you see Grogu playing with Rada and like it's like
Sharing the cookies.
so that's where I was just like it's a very feel good movie
It
that I
is.
feel well like I told my sister that my nephews would love it. The 8-year-old, the 4-year-old, like I want my niece to watch it. She's 12 because I'm like I feel like that's like the very heart of Star Wars where it's
Yeah.
just like it's good people just living in this weird world.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I very much enjoyed it. I'm excited to see it again so I can have a little more of a critical eye. But from this, we are now going to jump back to Clone Wars. Which I looked at like what the episode numbers are. We're actually doing the last 3 episodes of season 2 of Clone Wars next. So it's 20, 21, and 22. And
okay.
then the real jumping around of Clone Wars begins.
Oh yeah, because we're doing it in chronological order. So
There's a lot of jumping that starts happening after the
this
next
next
episode that we do. Um, so we will start posting those lists because it does get a little chaotic. I'm going to get better about posting on our socials again. We
and
kind of dropped off.
that's because I need to tap back in to doing things. So hold
So
me
we
accountable.
both have some fun Star Wars themed cosplays. That's all I'm going to say right now. So maybe we'll film some of our prep
Well,
work.
so this is where I'll say if you want progress on mine, it's all over my Instagram, my personal one. Um, I'm very much I do it to keep my own self accountable. And also like sometimes when I post things, other people have ideas. And so I do like the commentary on like if you did it this way or have you thought of this?
I am still being
Um
very secretive and keeping mine under
I know I
wraps
was gonna say
because I'm
you are
very
so
excited for
secretive
mine because
about
I haven't
yours.
seen it yet.
You're so very secretive about yours, which is
I
very
don't
hard
want
for me
I
because
don't want
I am
anyone to
not.
steal it. Well, make
Um
sure to follow Mayuri at Mercurial Conjurer, me at Magical Adventures, and both of us at Not the Droids Pod. Also, it would be a huge help if you follow on Spotify, Apple, rate, review, YouTube, do all those things that you're supposed to remind people to do every social media that we never do. But until next time, we're not the droids you're looking for.
or where the droids you're gonna get.